Welcome back. As you can see, both garage doors are now open. So I actually reached out to Premium Garage Door, let them know they had a broken spring. Beautiful thing is they got back to me within probably about 15 minutes, and I was able to schedule an appointment the next day. So less than 24-hour turnaround, which I'm very happy about. I'm sure my wife is even more happy about. But I actually got to learn a little bit about the garage door and actually how it works. So I wanted to share some of that with you. So let me close both garage doors here, kind of explain some of the differences. So on this one garage door, original one that we had, I noticed that the spring was centered. And when the technician put the spring on the other side, I was kind of scratching my head. I was like, does the actual garage door spring go on a particular side? And I learned a little trick, and he told me, considering that end cap there was red, that actually means that it's going to be to the left, and if it's black, it means it's going to be to the right. So I didn't know that. Also, looking at the actual insulation itself, everything that was involved essentially required pulling off, my finger can get to the right spot, pulling off the cable holders, the pulleys that are on either side, and actually rolling or unscrewing and actually pulling off the broken spring. Was probably the biggest challenge. It was actually kind of difficult that there was actually a car in the garage. If it was my wife's bigger car, her Highlander, I'm not sure how easy that would have been because that car takes up a lot of room. So very happy that my wife's smaller car was actually in the garage and actually allowed our technician Ben to actually get to everything he actually needed. But the installation itself looked pretty intricate. Again, I'm a pretty handy person, but I definitely needed a tutorial as far as looking at what our technician was doing to actually fix the garage. So is this something that I'm happy I outsourced? Yes. I thought the biggest thing was at least getting the part, but looking at the process to actually make sure that he put tension in the spring so you can actually easily lift the garage door was super important. Before that, he wasn't able to lift the garage door because there was no support, and he had essentially the whole weight of the garage door on his hands. But what the spring actually does is it actually takes that weight up for the fact that there is coiled energy within the spring, and it actually makes it a lot easier to lift, which in addition to that will actually help save your garage door opener because it won't actually have to do as much work to actually lift the garage door up. So learned a lot about that. That was actually a huge plus. Again, very, very happy that I actually outsourced it. But I'll show you some of the finished work over here, especially the mounting point, which again, I had a little bit of question about before, but as you can see, the mounting point originally was where you'll actually see some of that grease right there. But it actually got moved to the other side, and that's what it looks like. So that was the culprit. That was the big bang that actually happened yesterday, and now that is fixed. So I'm sure my wife will be happy to get her vehicle out of the garage, and probably the next project that will be coming soon is that 12-year-old project as far as the garage door openers. So we know we're actually going to do one side. We might have to do both, but I had to do a little bit more cleaning in the garage before that's actually a possibility. But stay tuned because that's going to be coming up. So I'm curious to see if the original garage door openers that I got will suffice or if I need to get something newer. So I need to do a little bit of research there. But stay tuned, more coming.